Oh, baby, it's cold outside.
All of you at home, we are so happy that some of us are in Florida. And unfortunately,
Girl.
but unfortunately, some of us are stuck in 5-degree weather up here in Columbus,
Oh
Ohio.
my God.
How you doing, girl?
How are you doing, girl?
Well, I pulled some things out of storage. I
Oh
called I
my
called my
God.
furrier.
I am loving it.
I mean, this
Really
is all
amazing.
this is all plastic, but it looks great. It's very warm.
I love it. Wow. So what is the temperature there right now?
Right now, it is hold please. It
Ha!
it right now it is a balmy 15 degrees. And the low tonight is 7. And the low this week is 1 degree.
Singular degree.
Degree, yeah. Like the
Wow.
count, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
Are you going into work? Like, can people leave their house?
yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. People deal with much colder temperatures than this. Although I will say that some school districts were canceling this morning, and I kind of like, I like shake my old person fist at them.
Well, the kids can't like wait at the bus or they'll turn into little kidsicles.
They'll be fine. It builds character.
It does. What are you gonna write? Like I always tell my sister about her kids. What are they gonna write their college essays about? They need some adversity.
Exactly. They need to persevere through something.
I know.
Oh, but girl, let me tell you, it is actually not. I just did that for the gag. It's not
I
that
love it.
cold down here. And so I'm gonna go ahead and oh my god, my hair. Hi everyone. Hi
Yo.
everyone. Hold on, let me just figure out what this.
Looks
Hmm.
good.
Okay, great. Wait, wait. What about this? I just found out. Ooh, this is
Oh.
yeah. This is kind of like Elevator to the Gallows. 1940s film noir.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I wasn't sure how much of a striptease we were doing. I wasn't sure if you were going to take all the fur
Da na
off
na na
or
na.
just.
Yeah. You can see my black sweatshirt underneath all of this getup.
Oh, girl, well, I love that. I'm in a sweatshirt. His will. I actually was late because I was cleaning because
This week, our topic
interrupting.
is cleaning. Which, girl, when it's 5 degrees outside, what's the last thing on my list? Cleaning.
I'll tell you what, I think there's a lot to dissect here in relationships and kind of, but the other thing is relationships, not romantic, right? Um, I think about like roommates and like the relationship with cleaning, right? Like you have to be on par. So there's just a lot there, girl. But I was like,
Yeah,
I'm being casual tonight. I have been up the last 2 days in the fives.
you've been up the last 2 days doing what?
In the fives. Like so waking up at five something.
Oh,
Yeah.
why are you doing that?
So
Why are you doing that?
well, I had to today for work, but then yesterday I was like, I'm gonna go to cheers queers.
Oh,
I
cheers.
realized you had a bill.
You know what gets me through the cold? Whiskey. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I only have a little bit left of my Pinot Noir, so I opened a Carmenere or a shoot.
Girl, so fancy. I don't even know what that is.
Um, oh no, a Maltacino. It's Italian and but I
Maltacino.
had to finish this Pinot Noir, so I'm gonna have pretty much like this is like having a LaCroix and then a shot of bourbon.
I was gonna
That's
say
how different
exactly
the
like having a
flavor
LaCroix.
profiles are
Yeah, yeah.
in these wines. But I don't waste wine.
Mm. But Mama didn't raise no wastrel, so we drink that wine.
Oh my
You know
God,
what?
whenever I pour wine out, and
You
I'm
know
like,
what?
oh, I
I've
don't want
been
to drink this fast. I'm like, I'm so impressed with myself. I'm like, look at me, a queen of temperance.
Queen of Temperance. I think I pulled that card the other day. um, no, you better slap me in the face before you pour that wine down the drain. You know what I'm saying? Wine does go
Yeah,
bad, but not in this house.
I'll pour like this much down, and I'll be like, oh my God, I have to ask you about speaking of cards.
Yes.
So I had the most graphic dream last night that a friend of ours, who's a comedian, and it's not like scandalous. She's in New Orleans. Her name's Laura Sanders. She's one of my
Okay.
former roommates.
It's like all the other faces in the who's who dropped down when you said New Orleans. I was like, I know one comedian in New Orleans.
Yes, and she's fabulous. So if you're ever in New Orleans, look her up. She's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a dream that she was hosting me at our house, but it was our old apartment together. We lived together, and she was very pregnant. And her dead dog, who just passed, Roscoe, was there sleeping on the couch. And I read, and I've always been really interested in dreams and their interpretation, that usually when you dream about pregnancy, it means change or growth or something's coming, right? It's not necessarily pregnancy.
A figurative birth, yeah.
Exactly. But I had to text her this and then be like, and your dead dog was there and he was sleeping and awesome. And I was just like, when I say I do not text this woman that frequently, like
Ever. No.
I mean, maybe 2 years ago. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. It's been a while.
And I just like rolled into her DMs at like 5 a.m. when I woke up. So I was like, it's fresh. And I'm just like, hey,
That's
the
great.
change is coming. Like, insane banana phone over here. So
I love that.
But I was like, oh, dream interpretation. I don't know, but it was like a really intensely literal, like it felt so real. And I don't have dreams like that. Do you?
Yeah, I've had some vivid dreams. Most of my dreams are about being in college and then like showing up for the final exam having not attended any of the classes, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah, I have a lot of stress related dreams. Most of them are in college or in a performance context, which is actually really fun. I'm grateful that my brain, like the performance, the world of the performer is so ingrained that it now shows up in my sleep. Like that means I've made it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that. Yes.
Yeah. I once had a dream about a burlesque performer in her advanced years, and we had somehow made a deal, like under the assumption that this was possible, that we were going to trade bodies for the night, and I had to go on stage and do her number that I didn't know anything about, and she was going to take my body and like go out into the night doing God knows what, and I don't remember what was in it for me. Like, why would I agree to such a thing? But we did it, and I was sort of like vaguely aware through maybe some latent connection to my body of what she was up to, and I was just like, oh no, not that. You know what I mean? it was very kind of like Freaky Friday meets burlesque, starring Cher.
I love this. That is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could see why you agree to do it. I mean, if like an elderly burlesque dancer came to you and was like, I want to be young for a day, you'd do it.
I don't know.
You wouldn't do it? I would, because I would want to know what it felt like to be old.
It depends on so in the business we call them legends, and you know, like you love legends, like basically, you know, you do whatever the legend wants, right? If you get to that age and you're still working, then you've earned it. You know what I mean? But giving someone control of your body for 24 hours, that's a lot to ask. And some of these legends, like, they'll go out and party. You know what I mean?
All right. Top 3 rules you would give a burlesque legend if they had your body for a day.
Use protection. No hard drugs, and we would have to list out what those are.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah. And I think maybe don't get behind the wheel of a car. You know? Have someone else drive you.
Okay, so use protection, no hard drugs, and no driving. Honestly, sounds like great rules for most people.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? I think that still leaves a lot of room for error. You can still do a lot of dangerous things even following those rules, but you only gave me 3.
That's true.
So, I'm trying to
That's
be reasonable.
True. I think that's true. Yeah.
But still, hard sell, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, cleaning.
Which is also the name of my new burlesque show, Hard Sell.
Hard sell. I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Because you're selling
Um,
it and they're hard.
oh, I still have my tiara. What was this from? I don't remember. Anyways,
Was
beep.
that? We're going off the rails here. I'm in a fur coat. You're in a tiara and a hoodie. Like, what are we talking about? It's anyone's guess.
Cleaning. Well, can I tell you something? I will start the actual conversation about the topic,
Yes.
which is, I have dated and partnered with people who have such different ranges of what clean is.
Yes.
And what I've discovered about that is your ability, like your tolerance for dirt is directly tied to the person you dated who is the messiest.
Walk me through that a
Because
little bit.
that is who you put up with. And if you could, right, like, so then you date someone who's cleaner and you're like, well, I'm clean now too. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're not. Because to be clear, I am partnered with one might call, I would say confidently, a clean freak. Okay? Capital F to the rake. For rake.
Capital
Okay?
C, capital F.
And when my mom comes to visit, she makes all these comments and she said, well, you just never knew Brooke was so clean. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm still not. I fake it. I'm not good at it. My wife catches me. I leave coffee rings on every surface of the house.
There's
Coffee
also, I
rings.
think there's probably also like a heteronormative thing going on there.
Probably, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the women are the one who clean, and in your relationship, one of you reads more as femme than the other. So it's probably like,
yeah.
yeah. That's my theory. That's like whenever we go out for breakfast. This is not an episode about gendered expectations, but the whole show kind of
Here
is.
we are.
The whole show is. So when we go out to breakfast, he orders tea and I order coffee, and they always give me the tea and they give him the coffee. Because apparently, this is my theory, apparently tea is the feminine drink, coffee is the masculine drink.
Yeah, fellas, does drinking tea make you gay?
I mean, in my case, yes, because my partner is gay.
Yes.
And it's the tea that did it.
That's curious. Overly interesting. Yeah, well, the gendered expectations around cleaning. That's interesting. So how do those show up for you? Because we're two women, but there's very clear rules about who amongst us is supposed to care for the home.
In your relationship, you mean?
Yeah. I'm saying mine, but how about in yours? Is there like gendered expectations around cleaning?
Well, one of us is a lot cleaner than the others. It's my partner. And there are certain things I like to do in cleaning, but there's a lot of things I don't like to do. And so I think I have adjusted to become a more clean person, because if any of you at home are familiar with love languages, I think my partner's love language is around acts of service. So if I even pick up an iron and set it on an ironing board, like, panties off, Like, it doesn't take too much.
Yeah.
You iron something, you load the dishwasher, you dust a surface, like, that, I think the positive reinforcement of that, plus I also enjoy the effects of being in a cleaner house, that's gotten me to become a cleaner person. Like, I appreciate it more than I used to, I think. And
Yeah,
I grew up in a house where we didn't have a lot of chore expectations. Not that it's right or wrong, but, like, some people, you grow up in a house and your parents are going to do more of the laundry, or they're going to do more of the dusting or whatever. And so, like, when I went to college, I had to really start doing a lot of that stuff.
Oh, interesting. And, so yeah, I grew up with chores.
Yeah, I mean, I still had some chores, but like they weren't. I didn't know how to do everything that you need to do when you go out on your own.
Yeah. It's so funny. So you have some of the jewelry from my great grandmother and
Grandma San Pedro.
Mom, Graham San Pedro, yes. Mm-hmm. And so Graham San Pedro and Carmen Sanchez was her sister. And Graham and Carmen, how we affectionately call them, were two old biddies of sisters living well into their late 80s, early 90s. And they called each other 30 times a day. Now, this is back in the day. You got the phone, right? And you saw who they talked to every day, right? And they only made, they made like 8 calls a day. to each other.
To each other.
Um,
I love that.
and just, talk. And, their phones were in the kitchen and they were old ladies. They were always cooking, old Italian ladies and Spanish ladies. So they were always cooking. Anyways, so our job was not only my mom, we would clean our house, we would also clean their apartments every week.
Mm.
And then we'd take them to the grocery store.
Yep.
And it would drive us crazy because they'd get like one slice of ham. Right? Because that's like all they needed for the week. And they were depression kids. Like they didn't, they were like, well, why would I get more ham? Right. And they were both on fixed incomes. I mean, back when pensions were a thing, and both of their husbands were firefighters, so that died. So they had that pension.
Yeah.
But they were still on a fixed fucking income. I mean, they couldn't, do much.
Yeah, they're not living the life of luxury.
Exactly. So, both in rent controlled apartments, and we would clean their houses. So like we would have these assignments. And that's when I kind of fell in love, and I think I said this last time, with cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah, you did mention that last time.
Because it's such an easy win. There's no nuance. It's bleach everywhere. Every fucking where. Get it everywhere, right? There's no nuance to it, and I was always bad as a kid with nuance. Shocking. So I loved the bathrooms because then it was also like, oh, Brooke did the bathroom. She doesn't have to do anything else. It was great.
You get extra points for arguably less work.
I think so.
That's a nice hack. I think that's what we would call a hack. I'm not sure that the kids are saying that, but millennials definitely.
I think
from the BuzzFeed days.
Yeah, that's probably done now, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I still say things are the bomb.com.
Ooh, yeah, that's yep, that's definitely of an era. The .com era, one might say.
Yeah, I think there is a development and maturity around cleaning, but what is one thing in your life that if it's not clean, you lose your mind?
Well, definitely the bathroom.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The bathroom is the one, yeah. And there's always cleaning supplies in the bathroom. I think that's my hack, is that, throughout the sink is going to get cleaned on a regular basis, but, if there's stuff on the sink, then you, spritz the alcohol or whatever you have around and you wipe down the sink,
Yeah.
Same thing, giving the floors a once over is nice. Get the hair out of the drain, which I'm the one, I have longer hair than my partner, so, I'm the one who's usually doing that. But, hair in the drain. I learned that one the hard way when we lived together, because someone's hair was always clogging the drain, and it was mine. Because I hadn't had long hair for that long.
Oh, yes.
So I wasn't used to the effects of long hair, which is if you don't get it regularly every time you shower, I won't describe it, but we've all been there.
Hair monster.
Hair
I get
plug,
those in the sink because I just have hair everywhere. How about your car? Are you a clean car person?
Oh, obsessively.
Oh, interesting.
I don't like to store things in my car for long periods of time, and sometimes I will out of necessity, or not even necessity, but it's that box is in my car because it has a specific destination that is on my to-do list. Sometimes it doesn't get done for a month or two, but it's if I have that one box in my car and I'm not shuttling something back and forth on a trip, then the car's full. Nothing else is going in there. I really don't like having stuff in my car permanently.
Yeah. So. Well, I used to kind of use my car a lot more, and then I got a new car, and I was like, you know what? I'm in my car so much. Let me see what it's like. And I got the car in June, and it's been amazing. Having it clean, but it's also really hard because I commute and I go right from gym to work and everything else, and I'm you know what I mean?
Yeah. I found a place that, if you want a recommendation, DM me. I found a place that will detail my car inside and out for $200.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm not a person who'll detail my car every year, but I did have to detail my car once because a close friend, I won't go into the details, but the net result of it was that I had bong water spill on my back seat, and it got between the seat, so you can't clean. So I had to have it detailed so they could like pull the seats. It was a whole thing. I was so mad.
Oh my God. Wait, do I not know this story?
I don't know if I told you this one or not. I might have just let this one go. You know what I mean? Like you just take the whole situation and you just go like this and you just release it into the air. I was like, we're done with that. It will never be spoken of again.
Wow.
But that's why I had to get my car detailed a couple years ago, and it was great. I was like, oh my God, it's like my car's new again. And so after that, I think I've treated my car a little bit more gently.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a car before where I wiped down surfaces. You know what I mean? Like dusted the dash or any of that stuff. And now it feels different. I'm a new woman.
I love that. I love that for you.
My journey.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to think of like the one thing, if it's not clean, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the sink.
The sink?
I have dirty dishes in the sink right now, and I'm mad.
Yeah, I can't
thought
have dishes
I would have
in the
time
sink.
to do them, and I didn't. I come home from work, and I am still in my dress, or my pants, and my heels, and I go right to the sink. Like, I need a clean sink before I can come down.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like stuff in the sink. I actually fought with a roommate in undergrad because there were dishes in the sink. And then because neither of us at the time had any conflict resolution skills, we didn't talk for like a good 4 months.
Wow.
I don't know. We lived together. It didn't make any sense. We do talk now though. She lives in Georgia now. I went to her wedding. It was lovely.
Mm-hmm. You ever talk about it?
No, we haven't talked about it since. We probably should. I think maybe we did once. Maybe at the wedding, we might have been like, because you reminisce at weddings and like, oh my God, we know each other for so long. Remember we didn't talk to each other for 4 months over dishes? Crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, when you're 19, things are different.
You're different.
We also lived in a rat hole on High Street that was like an old 19th century home that had been cut up into apartments. The kitchen was stapled onto the back. It could have like just detached and fallen off at any moment. I don't think you knew me at this time, but we had this fire escape back entrance that went up into the kitchen that would just turn into a solid sheet of ice in the winter that I would go down like 4-inch heels down this iced over fire escape.
Was that the only way to get to the apartment?
That wasn't no, that was the back entrance. We had a front entrance too that had carpeted stairs.
Oh my God, yes.
But of course, like when you're going out, you never use the front entrance, you use the dangerous one.
Of course, because it's closer to the party.
Exactly.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, I love those fucking shithole apartments. I love that.
So, when you're in a place like that and you're an undergrad, not only do you not know how to clean or you don't value cleaning, but also like cleaning is a suggestion in a place like that.
Right. And also like it's also like talking to each other about tasks, like you're figuring out who you are. You know?
The next phase of my life was living at the Burlesque Hotel, which, as you know, I don't think I've talked about it.
How many people and how many pets were in that place at any given time?
Almost more pets than people. But you had the mother of the house lived in the 3rd floor, which was basically like a finished attic bedroom. Okay, then on the 2nd floor you had me and one roommate and a bathroom and the house mother's child. So 3 people on the 2nd floor. Then on the 1st floor, no dwellings. And then in the basement, there was an unfinished low-rent bedroom that was technically zoned for habitation because there was an exit. But no one should have been living there. Like, hazardous to your health. So, let's count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Without partners, so you're at 5.
Yep. Without partners. Then the animals... At any given time, there were at least 3.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was chaos. But at that point in my life, I realized First of all, I'm in control of my room and nothing else. Like, if you're living in a place like that with a lot of roommates, you just have to be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that my room is good and the bathroom is usable and the kitchen, right?
Yeah, your room was always really nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
It
like
was
a
the
little
decor.
sanctuary.
And then,
Yeah, you did a really nice job with the decor, for
thank you.
sure.
Decor on a shoestring budget, which is the name of my third
Oh,
memoir. And then the
yours.
rest of the house, you just have to be like, well, I'm not going to depend on anyone else to clean it. If they do, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised.
Right, right. But like,
And
why would
that's
they?
a gift to yourself, honestly, because you're choosing not to hold on to resentment about cleaning.
Right, right. Did you guys have a cleaning schedule or anything?
I had a rent spreadsheet and I had a cleaning schedule that I attempted that was never followed.
You did?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I posted it up. We had a whole system, and it was just like, I just realized like, okay, I'm not gonna hold people to these expectations because I'm just gonna live in a state of constant disappointment, and I don't want that.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, I think the lesson I learned from that whole experience is it's like, if you look at the dishes and you're sort of stewing about there being dishes, just do them. Like whatever.
Right, right. Do them or stop doing.
Or
Right.
stop
There's
stewing, or
no
go do something else. Exactly.
right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think like one of the challenges is like it builds up, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I love calling it. So I love calling like resentment. I love calling them resentment kittens in relationships because you know how kittens are erratic. That's how I feel about resentment, and that's why I love the dust bunny metaphor too. Because like dust bunnies build up over time, and all of a sudden you look and there's a dust bunny, right? And the same thing with resentment kittens, you know, because they're like batting shit around. They're super erratic, and it's like, oh well, I didn't think the resentment would build this fast, and it's like that's actually not up to you,
Yeah.
right? Like it's just more unpredictable than people realize. I think,
Yeah,
you
feelings
know,
just kind of happen. You can't really reason with them.
exactly, exactly. Like it's weird because I think I'm like you, where I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I'm a hermit crab. I adjust to the shell I'm given
Yeah, yeah.
because we're humans. And I'm with someone who really prioritizes clean settings, and now I can't go. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
You
it's
know,
changed me too for the better.
for sure.
And like, we have a little kitchenette at work, and like sometimes people do the dishes because we're all adults, and I think everyone in the space like does the dishes on a somewhat regular basis. But if I pass through and I have an extra minute and I see a cup in the sink, I'm just gonna wash it.
Right.
I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like,
All
whose
right.
cup is this?
Give me one dirty habit you won't let go of as we wrap up.
Oh, that's such a good question. I anything okay. Ooh, girl, I feel exposed before I've even said it. Costumes that have been customized and
Hmm.
rhinestoned. I do wash my costumes, okay? I want to start off with that. But it takes an extra level of care, and they don't get washed as often as they should be
No, it
because
can't be.
every time you wash a customized costume, especially if glue is involved, there might be an element of repair that's needed.
Oh my God.
Because some rhinestones might pop off, you might dislodge a piece of fringe, I don't know. But like you should wash your costumes, dear viewers. But it's just more of an investment of time. That's all. And wigs. Oh my god, wigs. Girl. If you have a styled wig and you wash it, you basically gotta restyle that bitch?
I didn't even know you had to wash it.
Well,
I mean,
okay,
how much are
so
you wearing?
washing wigs can mean one of two things, and it depends on how dirty your wig is, right? If you fall in a mud puddle, just throw it out.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Just throw it out. So we're not talking mud puddle. But if we're talking multiple wears on your sweaty head while you're performing, I would recommend just turn it inside out, spray it with alcohol, let it dry. Okay? Spraying your wig with alcohol is like, that takes care of most mild to mid dirt situations. If you're in if not a dust storm, I was trying to think of something more than just like performing and sweating in it. But like if you think that it needs to be washed, You can wash a wig like hair
Wow.
and then dry and restyle it. But that's a lot of
Oh my
effort.
God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
No.
People do some wonderful things with wigs. I never picked up that skill.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's especially for you, your hair is such a part of your brand. It's such an iconic color. Like, I wouldn't want you to be in it. Like
Yeah.
maybe when you started, you know what I mean? But once you got lavender, fuck it. Like, what's the point? What are you covering up, you know?
What's she trying to hide?
Or was you trying to hide?
I do love. It's always a gag though if people think this is a wig. That's my favorite.
Oh, I do like that. I've been in the room for that.
Yeah.
Especially when you wore that long extension.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you have bangs, it's easy to hide a hard front if you have bangs.
Oh, so that's probably why.
Yeah, that's why I think more people would think it's a wig with bangs.
Mm.
Versus this, it's like, girl, I could have HD lace. You never know. Lace is
Yeah,
lacing.
absolutely. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, girl, what's a habit that you won't give up?
Oh, so I don't bite my nails anymore, or pick at them really, but I still get the dirt under them.
Mm.
Like, and I'll just be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so annoying too. It's so hard to get out sometimes.
Yeah.
I do still tear at my nails, but they're much better right now than they usually are.
That's really good. Yeah. I gave that up like cold turkey 2 years ago.
Nice.
And it was, I don't know, was it 3 years ago? 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally just woke up one day and stopped. And my wife's like, how did you do that?
Yeah. That was how I stopped biting, because I was a nail biter when I was a kid. And yeah. I actually remember what happened. I wore a set of press-ons, and I was like, oh my god, I never knew my nails could look like this. And that's what got me to stop biting. But then I was still tearing at my the skin around my nails.
Your cuticles, yeah.
Yeah, because I have some kind of like nervous compulsion thing. So wearing press-on nails still helps me with that because they're blunt instruments. I can't actually like.
Oh, that is smart.
Yeah, your real nails are like sharpened knives, right? And plastic press-on nails are you can't do anything with them. They're blunt. Yeah.
I still like have never worn nails.
I love them.
Yeah.
There is nothing like the gender euphoria of carrying a bag like this with nails.
Ooh, girl, maybe next time I visit, we'll do manicures.
But by manicures, you mean we'll go and get matching press-ons and wear press-ons.
At CVS.
Yeah, totally. Still my favorite.
All right. Well, you've been amazing. Thanks for tuning into The Dish. We'll be back next week. And in very exciting news, the week after that, on February 3rd, will be a very special in-person dish.
I cannot believe it.
Weeks. How's the first smell?
Thrills and chills. All right, well, stay warm, everyone. Unless you're in Florida, in which case, enjoy. No, I'm just kidding.
Chilly here. It's chilly.
Yeah. Ooh. And, yeah, be safe. Don't do anything we wouldn't do unless it's getting behind the wheel of a car on hard drugs with unprotected sex.
Cut it in post.
What a closer. Bye.